In Werewolves, the chaos begins when a supermoon causes global transformation, turning humans into werewolves. A year later, the world is still struggling with the aftermath, and a team of scientists has developed a potential cure. Wesley, who lost his brother to the werewolf crisis, is trying to protect his sister-in-law Lucy and her daughter, Emma, while overseeing the cure experiment. The story follows his struggle to get home, protect his family, and face the dangers of the full moon. The experiment and its fallout. The experiment to find a cure involves applying a special liquid, Moonscreen, to subjects who had turned into werewolves during the previous supermoon. The goal is to protect their DNA from the moon's effects and prevent their transformation. The test seems successful at first, with the subjects not transforming after being exposed to Moonlight. However, things quickly go south when the werewolves break free and attack the scientists. Wesley and another scientist, Amy, manage to escape, but they need to make it home before the effects of the Moonscreen wear off. Wesley's journey to protect his family. On his way home, Wesley is faced with dangerous situations, including werewolves on the streets and a random encounter with a secret underground cult. Meanwhile, back at Lucy's house, the werewolves are getting closer, and Lucy is doing everything she can to keep Emma safe. Despite her efforts, the werewolves begin to breach the electric fence Wesley had set up. Lucy and Emma fight back as best as they can, but it's clear that the situation is becoming dire. Wesley's ultimate sacrifice. When Wesley arrives home, he manages to injure one of the werewolves, Corey, but realizes that the crisis is far from over. Wesley decides to confront Corey, even though the full moon is still out, knowing that if he is exposed to Moonlight, he could turn into a werewolf. He takes the risk and steps into the light, transforming into a werewolf. In a brutal fight, Wesley kills Corey but loses control of his bloodlust. Wesley's fate. As a werewolf, Wesley approaches Lucy and Emma, putting them in great danger. Lucy, remembering his earlier warning to shoot him if he ever became a threat, is left with a difficult decision. She can't bring herself to kill him, but just as the werewolf Wesley closes in on them, the sun begins to rise. The daylight turns Wesley back into a human, and Lucy and Emma are relieved. While the immediate danger is over, the film ends with a hint that the Moonscreen is a temporary fix. The world still faces the challenge of protecting itself from future supermoons, and the solution is unclear. Scientists will likely need to come up with something more permanent, or perhaps, a drastic measure like nuking the moon might be considered. The film leaves room for further exploration of this werewolf apocalypse.